come with your goals, I'm bringing my gang. All of that talking just sound like a show.
Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he comes off an incredible performance in the opener. 5 touchdown passes. Now look, you always want to start strong, but I think that's more than anyone, including himself, could have expected.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, they got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A look at the numbers last week for Edwards. 18 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, it's Edwards. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. To the right side, this is Edwards. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
That's complete right around the 8. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 121 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Fitzgerald. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. The Chiefs at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few.
And a loose football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost...
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one complete to Reed. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 5. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they get 4 there on 4th and inches. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he just...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Another try after the first down sack. Fitzgerald flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. From the gun, they'll try to run it. That run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 2nd down at 5. On the counter, it's Edwards. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down at 4 now. Back to throw here. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Malik Jackson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. We'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. On 2nd and inches, Fitzgerald. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. That'll be caught right side by Reed. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Throwing to start the drive. Fitzgerald, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know what's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays. And now they've got their backs to the goal line.
So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. On the draw is Edwards. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They run once more with Edwards. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this third down. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
2nd and 5 now. Fitzgerald steps away. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On second down, it's Edwards. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fitzgerald rolling to his left. He's got a man complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 37 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back now here in Santa Clara. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. back to throw. Fitzgerald finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And oh, he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are on their way to a 2-0 start. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, this likely a must-have 3rd and goal.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. From 10 yards out. And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it. And as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got pulled on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Chiefs, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.